It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
BPL today because everybody does not have a generator and it is too hot for this. I hopped in my car to come here and the thing's at 103 degrees.
Yeah.
It is too hot for BPL to be playing with us. Like honestly, it is just too hot.
I could also tell whenever BPL is, in distress, right? Because they send the trigger man out. I see BPL was disconnecting light bills for under $500. Them do that in a long time.
How y'all disconnecting light bills and can't keep the light on? I don't understand. Like somebody explain that to me. Or y'all disconnecting lights in order to so they don't have the load shed. They just could cut off.
Right. They could just have a disconnection policy.
But BPL y'all were doing good for like a little minute. You know.
I just want to tell you that in South Beach, BPL they're smart. BPL is nice. BPL is important. You're not gonna get me to say anything bad, derogatory, or otherwise about. I think they are fantastic.
I assume South Beaches must be the only place that wasn't off today then. That's the only thing
Such a delightful, I mean, I've never seen a power company of this magnitude in all of my existence.
You know you doing all of that is not going to make your light bill any cheaper, right?
I don't care about the light bill. If they charge me $1 million a minute, I got to figure out a way to make $2 million a minute. As long as they don't BPL, you all are a wonderful company. I think you all are just absolutely outstanding. And
Anyway,
I don't know what her difficulty with you all could be.
My difficulty is just keep the people lights on. Everybody was complaining today. Yeah,
company.
Stop that, okay? You please stop, okay? Because when your power go off, I hope you have the same attitude.
But they won't turn.
This same attitude, because everywhere else was off. But and I'll also encourage y'all, because a lot of people was asking about statements and stuff, to follow their WhatsApp channel. So they do have a WhatsApp channel that they do update, I must say. And so the last update they had, I should tell you the last time I've been on this, was, oh no, they didn't update this day. This day in South Anderson Mangrove Key.
You brag with this.
This day in South Anderson Mangrove Key. But they do have a WhatsApp channel. Oh, I'm in the wrong one.
See that? I knew it couldn't be them.
Oh yes, I was in the wrong one. How I get in the northern region? Anyway, yes, the last one they sent was at 3 o'clock.
BPL is a wonderful, I mean, upstanding.
Oh, they said that in Kemp Road, the transformer's damaged. They have no restoration time for that area. That's the area where I work in.
They're just such a magnificent
But they're sorry for any inconvenience caused.
Who is doing wonderful things all
anyway,
throughout
we
the
have a full
Commonwealth.
show for you guys. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
She also says that she's tried to call in every day, but she don't know what happened. I have a really good
There you
idea.
go.
I really have a good idea of what may be happening to Eunice Calma and why she can't get through to the phone line. But
Castro?
I'm just gonna blame BTC.
Anyway, if you're just joining us, welcome to Eye on the Nation. We do have a full show, and Castro has already told me that we are to stick to the script and we are to do everything on time. So everybody
Yes,
knows
it's like
that
it's
I'm
like
in
an
charge.
Anglican church.
Yes, I am in charge of keeping the schedule together, and I really do get cussed out for leaving, and I'm not. That's not gonna happen today.
Right.
So we're gonna be on time today.
Right, while
All
you operate in the apostolic.
Wait, leave my voice alone, okay?
Okay.
You're lucky I came. I should have called in sick.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, don't forget that with Canoe, Bahamian businesses can access their funds right at home, enjoy faster payouts, process payments 24/7, and move money at your convenience. So Bahamian business owners can accept payments online with Canoe, explore Canoe's API and invoicing features to get paid locally and internationally. Canoe is a Bahamian fintech helping merchants accept payments fast and easy, and Canoe empowers entrepreneurs to get paid quickly and grow.
For all your everyday needs, call Canoe.
All right, so yesterday we neglected to mention, because we had so much going on, that it was the beginning of hurricane season.
Yes.
So we're gonna make up for that today, but we did mention hurricane season earlier when it was the beginning of, I cannot remember what it was, but it was something else, and we did mention hurricane season. So hurricane season officially began yesterday.
Yes.
Living in the Bahamas, we should all know hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. And the peak is usually around August and October. All right, with September historically being like the peak of the season.
Right.
So they're forecasting like a below normal season, so about
Yeah.
8 to 14 named storms, 3 to
Yeah.
6 hurricanes, and maybe 1 to 3 major hurricanes,
Yeah.
which they have as category 3 or more.
And they said it's because of El Nino.
Yes, but we all know it only takes one hurricane. We know that to make a season memorable, and we've been fortunate in the past several years. I think we've only had one really, really bad one, and so we just want to.
Here's the thing. We've
Since
had.
Dorian, we have not.
No, but not since Dorian, but remember we had Joaquin that broke up cricket.
Yeah,
it broke up.
we talking about since Dorian. We've been,
since Dorian,
Since
yeah,
Dorian,
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like I think God was like, we gotta give them a little break,
Yeah.
and hopefully he continues to. Give
But
us a
don't
little
forget
break.
now, Melissa misses. Melissa misses.
But Melissa didn't come.
Yeah, that
The
missed
point
us
is-
by,
The point is, didn't come.
Yeah, I don't even. A matter of fact, that's how I know the Trevelyan Daughters of Zion was somewhere on the shoreline, because you remember Melissa took that sharp. I've never even seen a hurricane do that before.
Anyway, we just what we need to do is just pray.
Yeah.
Whatever God you pray to.
Yeah.
It just make sure that we do good this hurricane season as well. But of course, you know, you have your checklist. Make sure you know where your hurricane shelters are, whoever you're going to stay by. Make sure you have, you know, whatever batteries and food and whatever storage things that you need to have. Trim your trees, stock up on your water and all of that stuff. Fuel your vehicles. Don't go the day before like how we normally like to do.
Right.
Fill
That would
your-
mean you'd have to not be like Francesca and keep your gas gauge above 1 mile before empty.
Nobody needed to know that.
No?
Absolutely
Okay.
nobody needed
Y'all
to know that.
know that about Francesca. Okay.
Anyway, I know where your nearest hurricane shelter and evacuation routes and stuff are.
Yes.
Especially here in New Providence, you know, I think that we've been so blessed, I will say, I won't say lucky, for several years that sometimes we become very nonchalant and very, oh, we're protected. And,
Yeah.
you know, but just make sure
We
that.
take what is called a laissez-faire approach.
Yes, so I do think we have the names of what the hurricanes are going to be this year. So I'm just going to tell y'all really quickly. So the names: Arthur, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, Edward, Faye, Gonzalo, Hannah, Josephine, Isis. Is that what that says again? Okay. Josephine, Kyle, Leah, Marco, Nana, like your Grammy?
Yeah. Now you know Nana don't mess around.
Why would you
'Cause
name it
that
Nana?
one right there is the one I keep my eye on, because you know Nana don't mess around.
Why would y'all name it Nana? Okay. Omar, Paulette, Renee. That's my mom's name. Be careful of that one.
Yeah.
Sally, Teddy, Vicky, and Wilfred. So those are the names of the 2026 Atlantic storm names.
And I
that we're
think
gonna be looking
Hurricane
forward
Bertha is a do-over, because I think I remember Hurricane Bertha before that did absolutely nothing. Like I remember, I think that's how I ended up in Jamaica. We flew a whole evacuation order
Bertha?
Yeah, because Bertha was supposed to be so terrible. Bertha knocked 2 people's chair off the front porch, and that was it. The hurricane was over.
All right. Well, the DRA said that they are prepared, and they have checked with they've done their shelter inspection and all that. We're not where we need to be, but we're better than
Where we were?
where we were.
And I want to give people a piece of advice that I always think is cogent. Take it if you feel it's, in line with your philosophy. The best hurricane plan to have is to insure the house and plan to not be in it when the hurricane comes.
Yeah, we're talking about insurance in a minute, but right now we're going to go to the shelter inspection. I think we do have a clip for that.
All right.
Well, the Disaster Risk Management Authority says although the Bahamas is expected to experience below average season, preparations are still in full swing should conditions change. Managing Director Aaron Sargent revealing the DRM has already completed inspections on approximately 90 shelters across the country with a capacity to accommodate more than 14,000 people.
Primarily, most of the shelter inspections have taken place in the Family Islands, but I do note at our briefing this morning, I was advised that there are only about approximately 3 shelters that were not inspected as yet in New Providence. Once they go through the rigorous inspection process that we have revamped since the operationalization of the authority, we have seen a reduction in the number of shelters that we have to drop. So people are taking it seriously. We have a lot of administrators who are in the Family Islands who are pushing to get further information from us if there are challenges. But I'm happy to note most of the inspections are meeting the standard.
Well, he also shared that while the Disaster Risk Management Authority continues to strengthen its hurricane response efforts and mitigate the impact of storms, Bahamians can expect to see more shelters brought up to international standards to better serve residents during emergencies.
But we could always do it more. As I noted earlier, we only, at this time, I believe with 144 shelters, can have a shelter capacity of about 14,000. The global standard is about 10% of population. And so we have work to do to continue to increase that and build new shelters, especially in the southern region where capacity is lower.
That's not even half.
We are doing the very best. I think in this instance, you could insert the Davy Rule response. We are doing the very best we can with the assets that have been afforded.
Okay, he said the capacity is about 14,000 and it needs to be half, but he said around 10%, which should have been what, 30,
like
40?
4,000, yeah. Somewhere 40,000.
Because it's like 400,000, that's what I said, about 30, 40.
Yeah.
And we had 14.
We are continuing to take the necessary strides.
Okay. Well, everybody doesn't use shelters, but I mean, you may need to at some point.
Find out which direction the storm coming from, and you run in the opposite one.
Well, in any event, one thing that Dorian did teach us, I know a big lesson that a lot of people learned was about insurance. And I do remember after Hurricane Dorian, I was still working in news at the time, and we were interviewing a lot of people who had house insurance but didn't know that hurricane insurance and flood insurance and all these different things they are completely different things. Calling their insurance company and trying to get damage for hurricanes and they telling them, well, technically, even though it was a hurricane, it was the flood that damaged your house, and you don't have flood insurance.
Right.
You have hurricane insurance.
So the issue is, I think if you take out flooding insurance for your house, that isn't considered catastrophe insurance, right? And so I have an aunt that actually this happened to. They told her that the flooding was not flooding. It was flooding due to an act of God. Well, no problem. All I was going to do is wait till all the God water dry up. And then I was going to have flooding due to act of leaving. But y'all are going to pay me some money over here before I leave.
No, but I'm just saying a lot of people realized that the coverage that they had on their home was not sufficient.
Right.
And I'm not saying the insurance company was scamming people. I'm just saying, read the fine print.
Flooding due to act of God may not be in your contract.
Apparently, hurricane coverage is like your roof blowing off or like stuff like that. But the massive flooding that we had, a lot of people found out that their insurance just did not cover that.
Or if God floods your house, help him out. So when they tell you this was flooding due to the act of God, you can say, I know I was there helping him.
Anyway, so we do have a story from Eyewitness News. They interviewed an insurance agent, and this was the advice that he had for everybody going into the hurricane season.
Alongside stocking essential supplies such as bottled water, non-perishable food items, flashlights, batteries, and a fully equipped first aid kit, homeowners are also being reminded to secure their properties. The This includes reinforcing doors and windows, trimming nearby trees, and clearing drainage systems to reduce the risk of flooding. Insurance specialist Anton Seeley of Insurance Management Limited is also emphasizing the importance of insuring homes and ensuring that they are properly insured before a storm threatened. Now, he notes that adequate coverage is essential to financially protect families in the event of damage or loss.
Being asked to, spend a relatively small amount to protect a large investment, it's relative. But to see home prices come down, insurance prices come down, I'm not quite sure that's a realistic outcome in the short term. Maybe in the long term. Right now, we're still reeling from the effects of Dorian and the fact that we, in the Bahamas, we live in a hurricane-prone zone. And it's not a question of if we're going to have another hurricane. It's a question of when. Insurance companies, like any other business, they exist to make a small return on the investment of the shareholders. So they're there to make some money as well.
And Seeley also noted that insurance costs vary based on the size of the property. With ongoing affordability concerns, we also asked what advice he has for homeowners and businesses who may be considering scaling back or dropping coverage due to rising insurance costs.
Reduce the value on your home or just to save cost. I mean, the most important thing is to ensure that the value that you insure your property for represents the full replacement cost of the property. Other than that, you run into a very unpleasant situation that we in the business in insurance world call average. You would find that average would apply. In other words, if your building is worth $100,000, you only insure it for $50,000, then technically you only insure on 50% of the property. Only half the property is being insured. So if you have a loss, and it's not a total loss, it's say you lose $25,000 worth of whatever, then the insurance company will only pay you $12,500. You're going to feel hard done by. You're going to feel that you've been ripped off. But the reality is you've told the insurance company that by insuring 50% of the property, you're your own insurer for the other 50.
I want to tell you something. It is better to lose your wife than to lose your insurance.
Nobody is paying attention to you. You don't believe in women or anything like that. Listen to me.
Believe in women.
Unfortunately,
I have both grandmothers, sisters, and wives.
Unfortunately, when people are counting their bills and stuff in the pile and they realize they only have a couple dollars left and other things have to get paid, unfortunately, insurance seems to be the first thing people try to slack on.
But make sure you buy insurance.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm just saying, sometimes people have to choose between, and insurance, honestly, whether it's health insurance, well, not car, because you got to pay that at the beginning when you go get your car license. So that's the only reason people is probably keep that, because if we had to pay that monthly, some people probably would slack on that as well. But sometimes, unfortunately, that house insurance is very expensive,
so
depending on where you live.
Like for your birthday, rather than have people bring you these bunch of gifts with these bunch of things that go wash away in the storm anyway, tell them put a little something on your insurance for you. We have to learn how to, group live around here.
Anyway, so that's, we're just trying to get everybody up to date with what's going on in hurricane season. We don't want anybody to be caught with their pants down, so to say. Buy your little battery-operated fans. We used to be going around looking for them because if power can't stay on during a normal, sunny, no breezy day like this, we all know that what's going to happen during a hurricane. Fill your generator. Don't fill them now because then VPL keep doing stuff, so the gas might be gone.
You can sell Pookie off to science. But make sure, whatever you do, you keep some money for insurance. And I always tell people that insure the house, keep enough money for two things: insurance and a plane ticket. So once you assure that the house is insured, you find out, you put your finger in the wind to see which direction the breeze coming out of, and you jump on a jet going in the next direction.
These people ain't leaving their homes. People are not leaving their homes. And that was another big problem.
The house can't build back demand.
Yeah, but that's a big problem that a lot of people had too. And I can't say that I blame them. Of course it is dangerous, but for some people the only investment that they've ever had in their life is their house, and the stuff that is inside the house. And so they don't want to evacuate and they don't want to leave because it's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of their life's work just sitting there. And, I know that it's very difficult, but that's another thing. If the government say you got to go you gotta go. We had a lot of people going out in that storm last year trying to rescue people from areas that were supposed to be evacuated.
Yeah.
So just putting it out there. But before we do go to the break, I have to do this because everybody is asking in the comments. They want to know where you get this shirt from. Somebody asked me if you got ready in the dark. But then somebody else say, it's a sharp shirt. Are you speaking the King's English today? Somebody asks, what Junkanoo Miller wearing today?
What?
Somebody else says, Sandy, please ask Stephen where he's got the shirt from. Somebody said,
Just
you got
right
the
next
shirt.
to me. Is the shirt not gray, black, and rust?
I think it does. It's not translating on camera the way that you think it's supposed to translate
I'm wearing
on
a
camera.
gray jacket with a black pocket piece and a gray, black, and rust shirt. I don't understand it.
I'm only asking you. Some
You're
people
sitting
say
next to
it's-
me. Could you tell these people that something's happening with them?
I'm not telling nobody nothing because you don't be defending me, so I'm not defending you.
I don't understand it. What am I missing?
Someone say, yes, it is better to lose your wife than your house.
House insurance, for sure. For sure.
You know what? I'm going to pray.
You
I'm going to
could
say a
get
little prayer
another
for y'all.
wife. You can't get house insurance if you lose
You
it.
could get, yeah, that's your problem. Y'all think everybody replaceable. And a lot of these jobs finding out that people are not replaceable. Speaking of, we are going to talk about that situation that happened on social media yesterday that made its way into the news today. But I also, we're going to segue from that exact story because somebody who was there gave me the tea of what happened with the young lady and the PM going through the airport. We're going to talk about that. But I also want to talk about customer service because some of the comments under the post really worries me for this generation of people who are working.
And I want to tell you all, my shirt is quite snazzy.
So
by
people
the
say
way.
you look, someone said you look, Carolyn say you look dapper. But
Carolyn.
Gina say the shirt is too busy.
Carolyn is a safe woman.
Gina
Let's go with
say-
Carolyn.
Lathira also said even the shirt is very busy.
Oh, boy.
Well, right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe Wallet, or even Sand Dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm David Miller.
And I'm Sandy Brown.
Who obviously is doing the jig.
I was doing a little thing, you know?
I see that.
Leaving there having an argument in the comments about whether your shirt is actually nice or not. I'm done with it.
I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Someone say you're matching. Then someone else say you look nice. Someone else say look like a plantation shirt. Someone say it's a plantation.
Oh, boy.
I'm only telling you what the people say. Someone say, I ain't feeling that. Someone say, I know you can put yourself together, but in my Randy Jackson voice, it's no for me today, dog.
These Negroes.
You know, I will defend Levin
You were sitting
today.
right next to
I
it.
think it's just not reflecting well on camera, but in person it's not as busy.
Yes.
It's just not for the camera.
Oh, boy.
it's just not for the camera. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so on to the Saharan dust alert. Apparently there's a Saharan dust alert. I don't have allergies and stuff. I know you should know because you've been in here
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, something blowing out there. I don't know what it is.
It's the Saharan dust that people say.
Could we blow it back the next week?
If what?
We can't blow it back the next week. We'll blow it this week.
Ask them.
I just had enough of it.
Someone say just take the vest off.
Why?
So anyways, Saharan dust is moving across the Caribbean and the Bahamas, which is typical for early June. There is the alert. So most likely what you'll notice is hazy skies, reduced visibility, more colorful sunrises and sunsets. So it's going to be hotter, drier conditions with fewer afternoon showers. So for people who have allergies, it's going to be increased allergy, sinus, and asthma symptoms for sensitive individuals like yourself, and less favorable conditions for tropical storm development.
I'm not
while
sensitive. My nasal
your
passages.
sinuses are sensitive.
Right.
So you could have like eye irritation. You could have stuff going on here. Maybe that's what's going on in my throat.
Did you try the thing?
What thing?
Did you say heal this throat in Jesus' name, amen?
So people with asthma, people with allergies, like this man who always saying everything is causing his allergies. I don't know, maybe you want to stay inside, limit the amount of time that you're outside, wear a mask.
Well, the sun did that for me. I walked out of my house today and the heat swallowed me. I am becoming incapable of being out. I can't.
Well, the good thing is the Saharan dust is what is causing the hurricane season to be so low. So it suppresses tropical development. So good news, it's causing us to not have a bunch of major hurricanes.
Yeah, but sinus congestion might just kill me.
For y'all people who have sinuses, y'all gonna die. And I know I don't have sinuses, but I know people who's
Yeah.
I have one coworker who's do that all day, and I just want. You ever want to punch someone in the throat?
Yeah, I just want to wet them with a water.
No, you can't because you's be in here all
but
day.
I don't do that thing. I don't do the dolphin
little
call.
pig thing in the
That's a
boy.
dolphin call. I don't do that.
But anyway, so all y'all people who's do them things, this ain't the time for y'all to be outside. I know, wear a mask, do something to protect yourself because the Sahara
Move to
dust.
Canada.
The Sahara dust
boy.
is now traveling. Okay, so that's the alert. I think we're done with all the weather stuff. So this tourist decided yesterday that he wanted to go
He thought this was
downtown.
Monopoly, eh?
I don't know, and use set money. I think they said it was like prop money from like a movie set, and spend it downtown.
Well, you know what I want to tell him? Do not pass go. Do not collect the $200. You go straight to the jail.
And then the people say when they tried to stop him from spending the Monopoly money, he tried to fight the police. So he put on big show because they say, "Someone, this is not real money. Why would you be trying
Who's
to
the
spend
officer
it?"
in charge of Central now?
I don't know who it is, but they let this tourist.
See why, Miss BK?
Why? What was going to happen?
I just feel like BK would have shown him what police could do.
Anyway, we have the story on Eyewitness. This is the story. Do we?
Another crime-related news tonight, an American tourist has been fined $3,450 after admitting to using movie prop money to make purchases while visiting Nassau Cruise Port. Zoquan Lorenzo Lee, 20 years old, of Chicago, pled guilty to multiple offenses after prosecutors allege he used 3 counterfeit $100 bills marked, quote, motion picture purposes to obtain a silver Cartier wristwatch from Market Street Boutique on May 27. Authorities further allege that Lee was found in possession of approximately $9,700 in similar fake currency. Police say the defendant later resisted arrest at the Nassau Cruise Port and assaulted 2 officers during the incident while also damaging police property. Lee pled guilty to charges including possession and uttering of forged currency, conspiracy to commit fraud by false pretenses, assaulting police officers, and causing damage. He also denied separate charges of possession of forged currency and resisting arrest. The charges against his 15-year-old co-accused were withdrawn. Assistant Chief Magistrate Cara Turnquest DeVoe fined Lee a total of $3,450 or 3 months imprisonment. In default of payment, the case was prosecuted by Vernon Pyfrom.
I know why we talking this long, but this boy, calaboose. You following me?
Yeah, but he got fined, though. There was no calaboose for him.
I ain't like that.
There was no calaboose for him.
I was going to send him to the one place a U.S. visa couldn't take him out of.
But that's what I want to know, right? There's several things about the story that disturbed me. And if y'all are just joining me, y'all got to just deal with my voice the way it is today, right?
Yeah.
There's several...
Maybe it's the Lord. Say it's the Lord. It's the Lord's doing. Yeah.
There are several things that are disturbing me about this story. One, what Cartier watch costs $300? That's what I want to know. Where you was buying a Cartier watch for $300? Point me in that direction because I need one as well.
No, because if you go in that direction, you can go in this direction.
No, but who's with a Cartier watch for $300?
I feel like the Cartier watch for $300 is in the same location as the $9,700 for motion picture purposes only money. Don't fool with this. I'm trying to help you.
Secondly, who y'all have working in y'all stores that are taking money that say motion picture only on it? Probably the same people who working in stores that selling Cartier watches for $300. That's some people when you go downtown. I don't know if y'all know this. Tell you, say, psst, you're looking for a Gucci bag.
Yeah.
You're looking for a Fendi bag.
Yeah.
And then they take you through the little corners.
Yeah.
So I guess he say if I buy in a fake Cartier, I could buy a fake Cartier with fake $100 bills.
This story sounds like it's missing one thing. You know what it is?
What it is?
A big slapping police. That's what this story sounds like it's missing.
Why would you want the police to slap him?
I like big slapping police. I don't know what you want me to say. I like police who will say, come go with the police, yeah? I like them kind of police. Because my brother, we got you. We done got the $9,700. We done got the Cartier, the $300 Cartier watch. You are going to the break. The police are here. Come go with the police. When you fluff up like a rooster, I like the police them. I think she know exactly who I mean, and I could think of one right away. I know a big time super duper slapping woman police, right? I like when the police hit you with the smoothing offener. And it's not abuse. What it is it is an arresting tactic. And so when they deploy this arresting technique on him and put him on the ground, and when they pick him back up, guess what? His desire to resist shall subside.
I just want to know where I can get a $300 Cartier watch.
You can end up just like Woody Neal?
That's all I want to know. No, I can use real money. I just want a $300 Cartier watch.
No, I feel like if you buy the $300
friend who's supposed to be bringing the 818 and the 66,000, can I have a Cartier watch too?
I know one thing. If you buy that $300 Cartier watch, you gonna this is how the story can get waste. Because now what you could be a part of is a Cartier buy-in ring. You could be just like the boy in the crash plane with the helicopter pickup. Don't fool with these kind of things.
I just
Next thing you know, Sonny crash in a plane, a life raft pick her up 5 hours later. She could get in America without a U.S. visa. Because let me ask you a question. How do you get this man in America with no U.S. visa?
Anyway, the conversation still continues about your shirt.
These people are not safe.
Shirt ain't bad, but a darker vest, black or brown. Someone say crystal polished shirt. Sonny, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you, babes. Leave it, Miller. That's your style. There you go. Miller just come off the plane from down south.
I mean, we having a whole show here.
Somebody say, it's some Pelly you was talking about yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. I love y'all today, okay? So they say, I'm trying to figure out how they couldn't tell the difference between fake money. I know. When I give the people $20, I see they be running it through the machines. So how y'all take money that say, anyway.
All I saying is, right? You could try anything, you know, because crime exists because people try things, right? So you could try anything, you know. But when you realize, boy, they got me. That's what I tell Pookie them, you know. Go ahead, man. Commit murder if you want. But when the police reach, understand this is serious now. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because Francesca, no, you are an adult. You have freedom of speech. You have freedom of movement. You can do whatever you like.
Okay.
Until the police reach.
Okay.
And that is where the story shifts into something serious. So, with your little $9,700 way to make up money, that was a wonderful idea. Until the police reach.
And then he should have.
Then all you say is, ha, boy, y'all got me. And you put your two hand out, and you let them put the handcuff on. Anything other than that is resistance.
Okay.
And we have a little something for resistance.
Slapping police, apparently. All right, so we're moving on from that because we are a little behind.
Oh, boy.
But this is a story that you specifically wanted to talk about. So a man was acquitted of apparently sexually assaulting his ex in front of their son. Reading the details of the story, you know, anytime it comes to sexual assault, it really, unless there's really like hardcore evidence, it's he say, she say, and it becomes even worse when it's like a relationship, you know, a ex, a current, which is why marital rape is something that people keep arguing about because apparently here you can't rape your wife. And apparently here, anyway, let me leave my comments alone. But you wanted to talk about this for something particular?
All I
You
was
wanted me
saying
to
was,
read the details of the story? Or
Sure. If you want to read the details.
Okay. So apparently this man was accused of sexually assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their 7-year-old son. But he was acquitted by an all-woman jury, which I thought was very interesting, after the trial. So the 36-year-old man smiled with his lawyers after they returned a 6-3 verdict, obviously in his favor. So the woman said that she was asleep in her apartment on April 2nd when she awoke to her ex-boyfriend on top of her. She said she put up a struggle and the commotion woke up their son, who allegedly tried to push the dad off of her. The 7-year-old son tried to take daddy off of mommy. So the son confirmed in his testimony that his mother was crying and he tried to get his dad off his mother. The young boy also testified that his father then sent him out of the bedroom. Following the alleged sexual assault, the woman said she went back to sleep. She reported the alleged incident to police 3 weeks later. For his part, of course, the man denied raping the woman. He suggested that she was trying to ruin his life because she was upset that he had cheated on her. The woman also claimed that they had an open relationship and he was allowed to be intimate with other women once they had negative STD tests.
And so all I'm saying is, I don't know where she lived in relations to a police station. But unless the police station was moving, I don't know what took her 3 weeks to get there. And these are the kind of cases that the prosecution simply has to decide to nolly, because now this man, someone should actually, he should actually move actions to have his reputation restored. Here is what, and you know, we talk often about the plea deal, and I know you hate plea deals.
I also think that just because somebody is found not guilty doesn't mean that they are innocent.
No, but unless you find me something other than innocent, I have a reputation that I've built over 40 years.
But my thing is, I feel like the only way that someone should be able to sue or get that happen is if there's a clear indication that there was no evidence.
The clear indication is
evidence. They had a witness.
We can't take
just because somebody. No, do not do that.
We cannot take the 7-year-old.
You cannot take the word of the child who said that he saw his mother crying.
I'm saying that defense lawyers are going to stick 100 holes into his testimony.
Which clearly they did.
and that's my point. So he's not as credible a witness as you'd like to have. I'm just saying that when you look at these cases, right, we see things like the maneuvers toward the plea deals. We see things like the maneuvers toward the nolly prosecutions, right? Because you remember that was a big thing in one of the Christie PLP administrations. The PLP likes the nolly cases. I am of the view that under this new Attorney General, we are going to see one bunch of nolly cases because I can't imagine a prosecutor going to a court with that file in his hand.
Well, you don't know what file they had. You don't know what all evidence they had.
tell
You
you,
just read 2 lines of a story.
I read
I'm
that the
just
woman
saying,
was
when it
molested by someone who obviously gained access to her house. Notice he wasn't charged with breaking and entering, which means he probably used the key.
Well, don't do that, because sometimes also when they carry them to court, they drop some of the smaller charges and go after the bigger ones. So we do not know. We do not know.
Fine. So but let's say what we do know. He wasn't charged with breaking and entering.
Right.
The story is, again, he say, she say. She wake up in the middle of the night. She wake up in the middle of the night and met a man that she knows to be her ex on top of her. Someone that she's given free rein in relationships because they were allowed to have open relationships.
But just because I had sex with you yesterday doesn't mean that you're allowed to have sex with me today.
And that's fine, but you also need to tell me at what point in the consensual relationship was the consent withdrawn.
When we became exes.
And how did we become exes? Because
we broke up.
Who all know that? Me and you? Because I mightn't be aware.
Okay, we're not going to sit down and argue. We're not going to sit down and argue a case that we know nothing of.
But we can discuss the issues as they are reported.
But the thing is, the problem with issues that are reported is, as a reporter, we sit down in a courtroom over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, and we cannot put everything in the paper.
Sure.
We also weren't following the story from the beginning.
Sure.
So when reporters write the last story, sometimes they only write a little bit of it because they only have this much to write. So we are arguing about something that we only know this much about.
And all I'm saying to you is, I am of the opinion that the more of these that pop up in the Attorney General's office under this new Attorney General, I suspect that we are going to see one bunch of nollies, because I can't imagine an Attorney General prosecuting that.
Okay. Well, we're moving on from that. He got acquitted. Yeah. That's all you wanted to say?
No, you
said it?
Yeah,
3 times.
So I want you all to...
And now we have to move on.
I want you all to become comfortable with that.
No, I'm never going to become comfortable.
It took us quite a bit of time to become comfortable with plea deals.
Okay, I'm still not comfortable with plea deals.
These are going to become the next set of things we need to become comfortable with as a society.
Okay. Anyway,
there are legal thresholds that need to be met.
All right. So, Lynette Hooker, the lady who went missing, I don't know if this is breaking news. I think we all knew. I don't know if we thought it was going to happen, but now police are saying, I see they reported it on Fox News.
The Americans say.
Yeah. And they have it in. I'm listening to you.
The Americans open an murder case.
Can I read the story?
Go on.
Then you can argue.
Go on.
Jeez, let me tell the people what they say first.
Let's see what the Americans say.
So they're now saying Lynette Hooker, the lady who you see in the photo there, who was last seen on board the boat with her husband, Brian Hooker, in waters off Abaco, that case is now being treated as a murder case. So investigators reportedly uncovered new evidence. I think we told y'all this last week, or was it earlier this week?
Yeah,
they
summoned this device
that included GPS data that led to the U.S. Coast Guard to an area approximately 25 feet deep in Abaco waters that had not previously been searched. While Brian Hooker was initially taken into custody for questioning, he was released a short time later. His attorney initially said the client would remain in the Bahamas to assist with the investigation, but he gone back as soon as they let him out.
Right.
Lynette Hooker, a Michigan resident, disappeared during what was described as a boating trip with her husband. According to police, Hooker told investigators that he spent hours searching for his wife after she allegedly fell overboard while having the key to the vessel. So he says she fell overboard with the key. And then he had to
paddle the boat against the current. Wow, he was so exhausted.
This current that was strong enough to immediately take his wife away. Somehow, he was able, with no paddles,
sheer determination,
and no key.
Yeah, it was the will to survive.
Okay, that's what it was. He had the will to survive, but didn't have the will to go find a lady.
But she didn't have no will. He only had enough will for one person.
Apparently, anyway, Mussy was the will would cause this.
And he could, absolutely.
Absolutely. I watch enough things to know.
And the point
that's why you don't put these people in your will.
I just don't know why the Americans are opening okay, here's the thing. This case is about a month old, right? So you have new GPS locations, fine. But you also have a human body resisting the elements in what could possibly be shark-infested water. I mean, I don't really know what you're going to find when you go to those GPS locations. I don't know if I need to account for every single movement I've made, especially under a traumatic set of circumstances.
You absolutely do have to. In cases like this, you absolutely do have to.
Do you know the story of Casey Anthony?
Yes, I do.
I'm just going to come to court and say, I remember that because it was traumatic.
Casey Anthony, we all knew that she was guilty. She got off on... Anyway, we're not doing the Casey Anthony
I could just come
thing.
and say, I was suffering from trauma.
Even Casey
I don't
Anthony
remember that.
was like, Casey Anthony Mommy was the one who called the police. They say, this woman do something to our grandchild.
Yeah. And then they introduced
Anyway.
trauma. And I can say I was so traumatized. I never see the water swallow a human being like that in all my life.
In any event,
And
not
now
our
I don't
business.
remember where all I've been.
In any event, not our business.
Oh, I think that sounds like a malfunction. But what I do want to say is,
That's my orange juice.
all I want to I was just calling it a malfunction. What I do want to say is, I want to let the Americans have at this. See, because here's the thing. I don't want us to keep doubting our investigators. I think when the Americans look at this thing, they will find that there's nothing here to look at. And quite honestly, in my view, I believe that, I think they're trying to help you out, you know. I believe that the Bahamian investigators were correct when they said, hey, in order to start a murder investigation, thing numero uno I need is a body. And if I don't have a body, I don't understand why would the Americans go looking for it a month later in Davy Jones's locker, my friend?
I can't find it.
Miss Hooker, the plane, all these things are now gone forever.
In any event, not our business, not our story. It just happened here. It's the U.S. investigations. I think we have much more things that we need to talk about other than Lynette Dam. But hopefully we'll see something. I really do want them. I know it's probably like a small chance that they find this lady, but I really do want some sort of justice
If you
for her
had one
and her
Hail
family.
Mary, what would be the one Hail Mary you would hope for? Like that she'd float? Like what is the, like if you could have like, yes, I knew that was it. What would that be?
I don't know. Confession.
Do you
Some
wa-
of these people is confessed.
Do you
And they
also hope
confess.
to win the lottery?
No, I've watched many stories where people confess, not to the police, but they tell people stuff because they feel guilty. I literally just watched one this morning where the woman killed the husband, felt guilty, told the daughter couldn't hold it in, told one of her co-workers, and the co-workers called the police, and that's
Right.
how she got caught.
And then when they lock
So
me
it
up,
happens.
When they lock me up, I'm going to maintain my innocence. And if they record me, my lawyer
Yeah,
is
you
going
can
to get
maintain.
that.
Yeah, you.
My lawyer is going to get that thrown
All
out
right.
because I didn't know I was
Everybody
being
ain't
recorded.
been to whatever lawyer school you've been to in
No,
order to
I
become a
haven't been
justice
to
of
any
the
lawyer
peace where
school.
you feel like you know the law
I
and
watch
nobody else
these
know the law.
cases. I watch these cases,
Anyway.
and they all have a common thread.
Yeah, he guilty. So anyway, let me read some of the
I
comments
know one thing.
before.
If they ever make you the attorney general, my friend,
Guilty. Listen, you know how some people just look guilty, they say don't jump
they
the first
can't even
time.
make you minister of state for legal affairs.
Just let people walk past me.
There'll be no
Guilty.
need for a court.
Guilty.
Sandy just
I'm
pick you right up
kidding.
off the
I'm
corner
just
and
kidding.
drive you straight to Fox. Sandy say he
I'm
put
just
Scam
kidding.
Fox Hill. And them three behind him, I know it's them. Care them Fox Hill too.
I'm
the fella
just
say,
kidding.
but Your Honor, I've been in Miami, see my ticket stub. You could buy a ticket from anywhere.
Absolutely. You could have printed that. You could have done that in ChatGPT. Show me some photos of you in Miami. As a matter of fact, I need find me 50 people that you partied with that night.
Yeah.
And all the
boy.
videos.
I wish the Americans great luck with that. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Anyway, we're going to read the comments because we're not going to start another story because we only have a couple of more minutes before we go. And yes, I do see
Did
y'all
you just say
talking
a couple of more? I haven't heard somebody say that in over 20 years.
Shut up. Let me don't say shut up. When I tell you things like that, Rose McPhee has come for me.
Oh boy. Rose, get her.
Rose, I take the shut up back. Let me say, be quiet. Rose has come for me.
I actually want to watch
Someone said
that,
I need a taser for you. You need a what?
A what?
I need a taser for you.
Man, don't crack them kind of joke.
Good day, Sonny. Is this the day for your case of tequila and your monies? Yes, thank you for reminding me,
And the
Renita.
day you will quite possibly
Yes,
end up
I
rolling
saw-
around in the back of a white delivery van.
You don't want nothing nice for me. Vernita, thank you for
boy.
reminding me, sir. And we do still have some books that we have to give away. I heard that the
You
kids...
sure they ain't a part of the malfunction?
I heard the kids were watching yesterday and they were very happy that we mentioned them, the Urban Renewal Band. So when we come back, we do have some more stuff that we're giving away
We
in
giving you a
relation
chance
to
to
them.
win wrong trip ticket, child.
Yes, and I think the South Side has now turned into like a family fun day. So they're going to have all kind of stuff there. So when we come back after 5, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But they apparently watched yesterday
like a
and they were
quinceañera?
happy. A family fun
Practicing
day.
my Spanish.
And they were happy that, we talked about them. So shout out to the kids. I remember when Miller used to wash car in 3-piece suit. Used to wash car.
These people, they have to let my former life go at some point.
They say you still got it. You used to wash car in 3-piece suit.
It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing they ever make.
Mr. Levan looks very smart. You know who that is? That's Rose. She coming to tell me off right now.
Hello, Rose.
If nobody else
Hello,
love
my
you,
darling Rose.
they say the Cartier can turn my wrist green.
You might have no more wrists. You put that on it.
I just want to know where he get the $300 Cartier
Yeah.
watch from. Someone say they already said he had an abusive past. Oh, I didn't hear that piece. I must have needed to go
Who, the
see
boyfriend or the husband?
The husband. The husband.
Still not murder.
If she was raped, why she didn't go the next day? Sometimes people don't go for years.
Trauma.
Wonder what movie helping film that Airport Story. Want to hear your thoughts about that? 5 o'clock hour. As soon as we come back from the break, we gonna talk about this because, like I tell you,
she got her own song. You know that?
I heard. Somebody.
You haven't heard it?
I heard the song. You sent it.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who was there told me a little bit of information about what may have actually happened. And of course, it made it to the news. Her union rep even commented.
Boy, the union can't say that. The
union didn't try to say it, but that's the thing. The union say
the union look
attitude
at that,
was too bad. We couldn't deal with it.
The union look at that and say, you know something.
And you know, if the union ain't fighting for you,
we should save our effort for like.
Because you know that's the first. Anyway, I don't want to get into it because we're gonna talk about it after the break. And I do want to.
How old is she?
I don't think they said.
The good part about it is when you commit transgressions that young, you know, you could be purged of all your transgressions. And in 10 years, no one will even remember it you. You'll be less attractive. You wouldn't be as young. We could kind of just stick you somewhere.
Not when people could Google it and your name pops up, because now it's a story.
You know, that happened to me when I went to college. When I went to college, there was a girl in my class.
You had a music?
And when they called her name, right, instantly my brain said, this is the girl that had the charge against the police.
We're going to be back, y'all, right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This a $150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2-ball. 10. Give me another 2-ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Spice it up with what we
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
And I'm Sandy Brown. All right, so the story that everybody was talking about yesterday, I don't think that when she posted this that she thought it was going to get this big. But before we get into that, let me just quickly read, even though I have no voice and you should be doing it. But, you know, it's not a team effort, apparently.
I want to hear it in the apostolic voice.
Don't forget that Canoe is a modern digital payment platform built specifically for Bahamian businesses, making it easier than ever to accept payments, send invoices, and get paid faster. So everything you need to get paid all in one place. From Scan to Pay, where customers can pay you instantly, to digital invoicing that helps you stay organized and get paid quicker. Canoe simplifies how you do business. You can even turn your website into a checkout experience or integrate Canoe directly into your systems with our API. Ready to accept digital payments the local way? Well, visit www.canoepays.com and sign up today.
Canoe, for everything you need and more.
All right. So, I don't think the young lady, when she decided that she wanted to, post this story yesterday, thought that it was going to blow up the way that it did. The post has now come down, but unfortunately it was shared thousands of times yesterday, and it was actually picked up by the news. So there's a story about it today, and I think Eyewitness News is doing a follow-up story on it this evening, so you guys can tune into Eyewitness News at 7 o'clock, and they're going to be talking about it as well. So the security officer wrote a post on Facebook pretty much saying that she believes that she was victimized by the Progressive Liberal Party because she's an FNM supporter, and there were many pictures that showed up on the timeline yesterday with her fully regaled in her FNM stuff. She was not shy about being an FNM supporter, but she said that she was fired because she was following protocol when the Prime Minister and his entourage and crew came through the airport, and because she followed protocol and made him and did security checks on him, that she ended up being fired for doing what she said she was trained to do. So this is a piece of the story. I'm not going to call her name. And what is it?
Why not? She ain't no minor.
No, but I mean, I don't
No, listen, and if you play a stupid game, you should get a stupid trophy.
I ain't gonna do it, though.
No? But think of them and call her name.
Oh.
I think it ain't in the public domain, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to do that to her, man.
Could we call her not her name?
Yeah, let's call her something else. You know you love a nickname now. Call her by a nickname. So anyway, give me a nickname.
I have to think of something.
Oh, okay. So she's a grade 2 security officer.
I didn't know you was going to agree that quickly.
At the Bimini residence. So she was fired yesterday after what she said was what she said was inappropriate conduct toward the Prime Minister and members of his entourage. After what was described as that, So the union president came out yesterday and said...
Who's the president of this union?
LaTanya Simonet. She's president of the Bahamas Public Sector and Health Professionals Union.
Okay.
And so she represents the line staff at the Airport Authority, which this lady falls under. So she came out and said she can't defend this woman based on the information that she received. She said that she heard from, I guess, people that were there that day that the lady's attitude was inappropriate toward the Prime Minister. But this isn't what she said. I'm going to give y'all a piece of what she said, and I'm going to tell y'all a piece of what I said. What I heard, and some of the things that was on social media yesterday before she deleted the post. So she said, what I didn't know was that doing my job would cost me my livelihood. She said she advised the Prime Minister's delegation that they required security procedures and it had to be followed. Now, she didn't give the details of what those security procedures were. She just said that there were certain security procedures that had to be followed, and she made the Prime Minister and his entourage follow these security procedures, and therefore she feel like this is the reason.
Was he traveling with his diplomatic passport?
Yes.
Okay.
But this was a family island travel, by the way. He was traveling through Bimini's airport. So this was the airport in Bimini.
And Bimini has an international airport.
Yes. So she said...
which means that this girl could have had some opportunity engaged international people.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yes. So the union president said you use discretion when dealing with dignitaries. So I guess whatever they would do for Sani and Levin, you don't do for the Prime Minister, is what the union rep is saying. And she's saying not only that, but she heard that the conversation that was happening around it, I'm trying to find nice words to say, that they say the woman was rude.
I want to tell her, Biggs, you're gone too far now, man, Biggs. You remember that?
No.
Top Shotters.
I told you I never watched it. So anyway, so this is what I heard from someone. They said that the Prime Minister entourage went through. She called them back and say, no. I don't care who he is. His bags and stuff have to be searched. I was told that.
Did they produce the diplomatic passport?
Yes, but I was told that the Prime Minister and entourage complied. His security, what do you call it? Not security.
His detail.
The detail. They gave them their bags. She searched the bags. They did everything that they needed to do. They didn't argue with her, is what I was told. And they went through. But they did confirm that a call was made after. They didn't complain right then, but they called after to say the attitude of this lady was unacceptable. Apparently, they could still hear her. I know all of this is alleged. They said they could hear the things that she was saying before and after the search.
Yeah, because Bimini's airport isn't that big.
No, it's not. And they said that she was loud and she was disrespectful, and that is why she was let go. And apparently that is why the union was not defending her, because this is what the union said as well. Some of her co-workers even went under her post and was saying, well, this is not what happened. You XYZ. Now, I don't know how credible the co-workers was, because they started talking about who was sleeping with who and how the next person get their job, and it just went from 0 to 100 very quickly. But yeah.
But what I do want to say, right, and it's strange that this happened in this same week, because I've had the opportunity to fly out of about 4 family island airports over the last couple of months, and I think it's Mr. Bevins, Paul Bevins, that's responsible in some way for them. And I said to myself that as soon as I saw Paul, because I actually not too long flew to Bimini, right? These people, I love them. They're fantastic, wonderful people. They need training. It's because every single time you go through a family island airport, the procedure changes. Something about it changes. And I just witnessed them strip down another diplomat, bearing a diplomatic passport, almost to his, belt,
now,
jacket,
I don't know the
shoes.
difference. Let me ask Chatty, are there different procedures for someone with a diplomatic passport?
Well, diplomats technically have a level of security clearance that they don't go through certain checkpoints.
Yeah, I heard that they don't have to go through the screening.
Particularly with the Prime Minister, I suspect that members of his details are carrying firearms. So if you know they have guns, what else are you looking for on this plane? You follow me? Now, don't get me wrong, FTA has some carry rules that even the Prime Minister can't. But if these people have declared their weapons and have checked their weapons in accordance with FDA regulations, which is another thing I've watched them botch left and right, then what are you looking for? What were you searching for other than a wonderful opportunity to lose your job?
I don't know. You see, I don't know.
Why didn't you call your supervisor? Listen, man, when you're in deep water, you send for a big boat. At whatever point.
That's what somebody said. If you weren't sure, then you refer to your supervisor. Someone said that under the post. If you didn't know, if this was your first time dealing with this type of,
My friend, if you 6, you know what the word Prime Minister means, yes?
Yes,
but so the minute you find out this the Prime Minister, and you realize, well, I might be in too deep here. It got to be someone on this ship responsible for you. And you say, well, sir, I am unaware. And if I've offended you in any way, I want to apologize for the offense.
Yes.
I don't mean to bother you or trouble you. Please understand that. I just want to have my supervisor take a look at this because I also do not want to be in contradiction of the policy.
Right, but I'm told that it wasn't the fact that she wanted to search them because maybe she just did not know. It was the way that she said what she said and the way that the attitude and the words that were coming out of her mouth. That is
She
what
was
I'm
fluffing
told.
up like a rooster?
I know that's what the people I'm saying.
Okay, so next time, don't fluff up like a rooster. What else?
6 p.m. was accompanied by an officer in charge of Family Island. I don't know what grade 2 security is.
A grade 2 security is a rank. So she probably was like when you go inside the, what do you call those people? Airport authority? You see some people with like 1 stripe, then you see some people with like 2 stripes or whatever have you, and that tells you where they are in the totem pole.
Yes.
Either
so,
way.
yeah, I was told a complaint was made that day. But they didn't want to handle it because, election and everything was going on. And so after everything died
They
down,
dropped the
which I
gauntlet.
guess was this week, they was like, sweetie, you got to go. And apparently she said she asked them, well, can you just suspend me instead? And they were like, no, we've been told that you have to be let go.
Well, what I will say is, I'm sure that more than likely she will get a lawyer who will check the policy and see. But if she's grade 2,
Maybe
that
if
might...
the union ain't even standing on your side,
I agree.
and nobody who was there standing up for you, and all the people who was in the airport in the comment, well, I guess that's why she deleted.
Agreed.
It's going to be difficult for you to prove that you were fired because you are an F&M. Now, what it does look like, or what some people could try to imply is that you maybe had an attitude because you may not like the PLP, and maybe that's why you would have been like, well, I don't know who this man think he is, and acted the way that you
But
acted.
again,
Not saying
training-
that is the case. I'm just saying.
Training should reduce these incidences, right? That is why in the military we train, we retrain, and then we train again. It's because training builds habit, right? And so sometimes you're able to just execute the evolution without even having to consider what your next action should be. These are what you would call immediate actions. If something happened, here is the immediate action. In an instance where you may not have ever dealt with a prime minister, right? Which I find very difficult to believe because we have one of the most flying up and down as prime ministers in the history of prime ministers.
Yeah, but that means maybe she's
You
not
had
just
to
on
have
the ship.
encountered him at some point. Plus, if you ever been to the Bimini airport, the man picture right to the door.
Okay.
Soon as you walk in the door, brave,
Okay.
right? You don't know him.
She never said she didn't know it was
so
him.
she can't. The point I'm making is, so you can't claim ignorance. So we can't claim that your behavior was from a position of ignorance.
No, she's saying that she was following protocol, which she normally would do for a normal, regular passenger. But the problem is, he was not a normal, regular
Precisely.
passenger.
And if you treat everybody like this, we want you away from here because, again, unlike many Family Island airports, Bimini's airport is an international one.
I understand that, but I want to explain because people are saying in the comments that somebody should not get fired for doing their job. From what I'm understanding, it was not about her doing her job.
No, she get fired
It
for
was
being a...
the attitude that came
She get fired for
with
being
her.
an attitude? It was
I don't know what you was going to say.
word.
I'm not saying what you're saying.
You get fired for being an attitude.
I'm saying that the people said that she had a bit of an attitude and she was
Oh, that's what
loud
you said.
and everybody could hear her. And that is why.
I don't know
Because
if
she
that's
was.
a fair claim to make. Bimini airport.
They said she was unprofessional.
Even
and
if she go in the bathroom, they was gay.
So that's what people say. She carry
You
on
can't
bad.
stand nowhere in Bimini airport that people can't hear you.
The people say she carry on bad.
No, I
That's
get
it.
that,
So
right?
it wasn't. And the thing is, like I said, I heard that the prime minister them complied. Like there was no, sweetie, do you know who I am type of attitude.
And most people,
it was
people with privilege do not.
It was. I would have said it. And I don't even have no diplomatic passport.
My question
right?
is, when the red passport come out, you ain't pump your brakes?
You don't even need a passport. This is your driver's license.
No, but
You
most of
go
them that
right.
have it, most of
I'm
them
just
that have it
saying.
walk with it because their lives happen in such a way that they might need to. You know what I'm saying? So most of them that have it, they walk with it like a Bible, right? And I imagine that when this stuff happened, I don't suspect he didn't take it out. When the red passport come out, Auntie, you ain't start pumping brakes. Man, you know something? Your name don't even look like it's dry on the contract yet. You could don't have a contract by tomorrow, which they've proven. And all I'm saying is, Paul Bevins, I think that's who's responsible for them. We have to train, retrain, and then train again because I'm telling you that you even admitted this. There is no uniform standard flying throughout the Family Islands.
Now, someone say, why not give her a warning and why not suspend her?
We want her to don't come back here.
Because I think if you could disrespect the highest office in the land,
Yeah.
imagine what that person would do to me and Levin, or you when you're going through.
Oh no, I just cuss.
I'm just making it
Oh,
a point.
okay. Imagine
right?
what they do to somebody.
There
who
are
don't cuss.
certain things, honestly, and you just don't do that. You know, like you just the punishment is different when it comes to the person who's the highest office in the well, the GG is the highest office, eh?
Yeah.
Second highest office in the land. Then. Okay, the second.
Because you know my Christianity more in line with Peter than it is with.
Oh my God. Anyway, but so I guess that's why they had to and if the union saying we couldn't even help her, then you know. But I wanted to touch on this too, not just because of this, but because of some of the comments.
For Muckamucks. That's where
some
you
of
need
the
to go.
comments that I saw under the post yesterday really disgusted me. Someone literally said, "How you could get fired for being rude."
What?
As long as you're doing your job, someone shouldn't care about you being rude.
No. No.
Run it by me again.
No. You could go wait for you need to go wait for your pa.
And this is the thing. I have a lot of friends who have businesses who've been trying to hire people. Even here on the show when we talked about stuff and people call in and they say the job market ain't what it used to be. These people don't want work. They don't have no training. Their attitude's bad. And you don't want to believe them. But then when you see people with their own fingers typing, why can't I be rude if I do my job? And you don't understand a part of doing your job and customer service is not being rude.
Yeah.
These are the same people who could get upset if they go in the hospital and they say the nurse is being rude. Or they go to a government establishment and they say the person behind the desk is being rude. But you don't feel like you could get fired for being rude?
Yeah.
I wanted to answer that person so bad yesterday and people were commenting under it and saying the same thing. It doesn't matter if I have an attitude, as long as I do my... I'm not saying this is what the girl
You have
said.
to call her Michael the Archangel.
You're an idiot. I'm not doing that.
You don't like that?
I'm not. Your phone is up or something.
They must know that I'm on there. I don't know.
Sorry. I just don't...
But we could call her Michael the
rudeness,
Archangel.
rudeness can cause businesses, their establishment, you know. You know, if you have a rude person working in your restaurant, working in your bar, working in your clothing store, try again. And they have an attitude. They could cause people not to come in there and cause your business to get shut down. And you're really sitting here asking why it's not okay to be rude to somebody?
Here's the thing, right? And this is what I want Family Islanders to understand. We love you all. You all are an amazing bunch. As a matter of fact, a lot of what the Bahamas is because you are. Notwithstanding that. International airports in particular, ports of international rating, whether it's ISPS or otherwise, they have international thresholds to meet. And while your politician, while your member of parliament, while your prime minister may, in the best interest of the island, try to keep the island's population employed, some of these jobs aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill island job.
Okay.
It's because they have international implications if you fudge the bed, right?
Okay.
So either you all get it right, or the alternative is we fly people from Nassau to do it.
No, man, you can't do that. You got to let
Those
people
are the
in there.
options.
Yeah.
So
But
the options...
It's only one person, though. It's only one person.
Let this... I tell you, I just come through that airport. Let this be a lesson that either you get it right or you might get left behind in the development of... You know, Bimini is building a much bigger airport.
I get that. And I have a question, too. Whatever happened to just complaining to your coworkers like a normal person? Like when nobody then go outside or wait till they go and then talk with them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's what you do.
That's like when the police slap your friend. When you all pull off, you say,
then I would have.
that police that slapped me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you get called into the meeting with the management and your manager getting on your nerves, you sit there and and then when you come out, you go to your favorite co-worker and then you talk foolishness. Like, whatever happened to that? Like, we just so big and bold now that we feel like if we don't like somebody, we don't have to be nice to them? That's how it is? Somebody asked me that before. If I don't like somebody, if I were... Business?
The politics takes over some people, you know.
That is crazy to me.
I do recall about an election ago that there were some people in, like, front-face customer service who literally, like, their administration didn't win, and they began to display that. And my question is, what choice do you leave the people who have a responsibility for this space?
And and I'll say this, a couple years ago, I was always anti when government's coming into power, changing out some of the people in the offices. Because I was like, if I'm doing a good job, just because, it used to be the F&M and now it's the PLP, why can't I just stay? I'm doing a good job. But more and more, when you see how crazy some people are for these political parties, you honestly only could have people around you who you trust. Because imagine you going into an office and there are people in there who genuinely don't like you, not because of you, but because of the party that you represent, and they have to work for you. And you don't know if they're going to sabotage you on a daily.
Salt in your tea.
They don't know. I'm just saying, you don't know if they're going to be taking information and feeding it back to your enemies or whatever. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when you have people who genuinely cannot be professional and they cannot separate politics and work, that is crazy to me.
Never be good at making tea for the boss. Always put a little bit of salt in it. Otherwise, you can end up making tea your whole career.
It's something about you.
You have to put a little salt in it. And
anyway,
he will never ask you to make him tea again. Outside of that, though, everything else you do it at the highest level of professionalism.
I just feel like just be professional. Yeah. Just go home and listen to me. I've worked many jobs where I couldn't stand some of the people I was working with, or you couldn't stand when the customer come in and they stink and they rude. And you know what you have to do?
I drove public transportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Where the people
no problem,
have
ma'am.
the right money and still want to complain.
No problem, ma'am. They could be wrong. No problem, ma'am. I never know how to do with you. Everything cool, because at the end of the day, I need my job. Me cussing you out ain't gonna do nothing for me. But you know what I could do? Then I could go and I could tell my friend, that big
box. In the world I ever saw. And she got, who could ask for more?
And then I get it out and I move on. Now, if I see you bring your big back in here, I might send another person to come and deal with you because you don't have an attitude with me and I don't want to deal with you no more. But I need my job.
And the way she walked Miami, because she had the biggest box in the place.
And I don't quote Cindy. When I saw something yesterday, and it was true, Cindy said, I cannot work for anyone because my attitude stink. My attitude is stink, so I need to work for myself. If you know that you cannot be professional in professional settings, and I'm not talking about this girl, I'm just talking about in general, you need to be able to employ yourself.
Or maybe you should be a dolphin trainer so you could just route them out.
It's something about you and not taking anything seriously.
That would work. You know, like I call the girl Michael the Archangel. She obviously thought she was trying to stop Brave from getting in heaven, must be.
Let me read some of the comments.
What this effort was about. Now, here's what I also want to say. Just as I say, I think she should have called a supervisor. Do you know they used to say one thing, right, in the military? Rank has its privilege. But there's another thing they say. For every rank is a different spike, right? And so, I trying to figure out where the supervisor was who in then belly the box suplexer intercepting this.
Because you want to be seen.
No. Where you was, what you was doing, having crumpets?
I mean, I'm the supervisor. I don't need to be there. I have employees.
You should be monitoring a screen, right? I imagine that when you hear Alpha 1 is on the way, you should be standing there sharply and smartly pressed. How Louis the Lump get this close to the Prime Minister?
You don't call her.
How she get this close?
Because that is her job.
Yeah, and the supervisor on shift, whap right up. You trying to tell me?
So you think the supervisor should get in trouble as well?
You trying to tell me that Commodore Floyd Moxie is coming to the airport and Marine Seaman Joe Snuffy is the person checking his bag? Oh no. Whichever chief is responsible for him, whap right up. Mind you, we can cut the Marine Seaman head off, This Marine Seaman will cease to exist. But when we are done, this chief, we plan to tear this uniform off him. And that is what should happen to people in supervisory positions. So yes, I want y'all to kill her for the folly of her ways. But as soon as she's there and y'all put her up on a stake, find her supervisor. What's happening with you today?
Find my supervisor. Castro, things going wrong in here.
And so,
Alpha
1 is on his way, right? Alpha 1 is, you just said the only person seeing your Brave around here is the GG. Or Charles, right? His Majesty. Nobody, until Charles pull up, Brave in charge.
Okay.
All right? what the supervisor was doing? Eating a slushy? Where she was?
I don't know. That part was left out of the story.
You know what? The Lord just said it to me. Supervisor, whoever you is, I was going to tear your shade off.
Listen to me. I really hope that this young lady learned. I mean, obviously, it's a very expensive lesson because she, she said that she was there for 10 years and, she takes care of her family and now she's unemployed. So it's a very expensive lesson, but, I hope she's able to bounce back. I hope she does. Young. I hope she does some inward because sometimes it's very hard for us to realize that sometimes it's us, like you gotta. And it took me many, many years to learn how to bite my tongue. It took me, I have to remember certain things in order to be on the right track. Like, you can't get your hair done in prison, Sonny. They don't have oxtail in prison, Sonny. You can't travel if you have a record, Sonny. Like, certain things I just have to remind myself as I get older. Like, I have to remind myself of the luxuries of being free in order to,
It's going to be the most uncomfortable foot rub you've ever had.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes you have to think of the things that matter even when you get upset. Sometimes in situations or jobs, you could be in the right. And you have to swallow.
The right for the wrong. I always wanted to use that.
Sometimes you gotta swallow, and you gotta, because you need that job. So until you stop needing that job, you gotta.
But I also say, I am not condoning employment abuse, and I think that people ought to be given the optimum level of what do you call it? Rehabilitation in instances where they fall short. But I say supervisors can supervise. And those in authority must train.
So you feel like the supervisor should get in trouble too?
We should be tearing the supervisor's shade off. You don't hear me? Michael Archangel?
We'll be back, y'all. Open up the phone lines when we come back. And we do have some stuff to give away too.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Bring your brand into focus and make your impact on the nation. Go all in with the Impact Bundle, featuring live liners and an in-studio interview. Prefer targeted reach? Audio plus digital delivers radio and digital placements. Or be seen with our television bundle with 20 TV ads across broadcast and streaming. Call 4-666-173. Eye on the Nation.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods Now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Leland Miller.
And I'm Sunny Brown. All right,
So,
we're going to open
me
up.
and Hello, Michael the Archangel.
I don't like Michael Archangel. Usually you be good at these nicknames. That one ain't good.
Okay.
All right, you have a couple minutes to think about it while I go through some of the comments.
Yeah.
We're going to open up the phone lines as well, 323-7775. Give us a call. Tell us what you think about this situation or customer service in general in the Bahamas.
Unless she's Chuck Fender, the poor man defender.
I like that one. Try another one. Or customer
boy.
service in general in the Bahamas. You know, I've had both. I've had amazing customer service and I've had terrible customer service. And I'll tell you one thing. I don't care how good your establishment is. I don't care how good your food is. I don't care how delicious and refreshing your drinks are. If the people who work for you attitude bad, you ain't gonna never see me again. And also, on the flip side, I've been to places with average food. The drink's lukewarm. But the ladies or the men who work there are so nice that, you know, I go back.
Speaking of which, actually, now that you've done that, I want to do this. I actually went somewhere today. You know, one of the things in customer service that annoys me is when the only thing the people on the floor or in the company can do is say, the policy say, right? Because I tell them, no policy can consider all situations. So yes, enforce the policy, but if you find a situation that falls outside of the policy, this is where you now, remember now, there are two sets of people in business, people with power and the people with the information. The difficulty is most times the people with the power have zero information. They don't know what it takes to make this place run.
And the people
with the information have no power. You have to connect those two things, right? And so, I stole that from Bishop Ellis, by the way. And so, today, I went into a place. I was trying to spend thousands of dollars, right? And the people tell me they can't sell me the thing because this is the last one. So I asked, what is the benefit of y'all keeping it?
So they can have it on the shelf.
Oh no, we need it in order to order for more stock. I said, my dear, that makes no sense. You have the stock number. You are the distributor of the item. Sell me this one for money and then just go to your supplier, get more of this thing, and then you could put the next one on the display. Yeah, but that's not the company policy. I said, my dear, I understand the policy. Do not repeat the policy meeting again. Please, get a supervisor for me. And she very happily did so, right? And you know what he said? He said, you know what you say making sense.
So did they sell it to you?
They did eventually.
Okay.
And so I have to shout out, because she was fantastic, by the way. And I understand she was actually still on probation. What was her name?
Hurry up, because we have people on the phone.
The people on the phone already?
Hi, caller. Jeez.
Sherelle Nixon.
Hi, Sherelle.
Sherelle Nixon was a fantastic person today to me when I went to go and purchase some supplies. She was so wonderful. She broke the company policy for me, and I feel eternally grateful because In her doing so, I think she's gained herself a lifelong customer.
All right. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Levin and Sonny, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I just like to wish a happy birthday to Mrs. Big Deal, Mrs. Bamboo Town, Miss Patricia DeVoe.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Madam Speaker.
And then also happy birthday to Glenda Miller, one of y'all fans who win. They post something on the
live. I'm gonna get to the comments. I'm gonna get to the comments in a second.
Let me take that to say happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday, Glenda. Thank you for listening.
All
right. Let me go to some of the comments. That was her job. If her mother was to walk through the airport, she had to do the same thing.
Her mother couldn't fire.
Y'all just mad.
Yeah.
It's not
Don't
the
answer
fact
these
that
people.
she did her job. It was the attitude that she did her job
Great.
with.
Now she could go wait for her mommy. Since she ain't wake no more. And they could do that together, wherever that is.
Yes, Sonny, you have to grin and bear when you're a customer service representative. Someone said, whenever you see the union turn their backs on you, you know that's it. An international airport should have a scanner. A scanner detects illegal objects. No one needs to search luggage. In Exuma, when something is detected in luggage, the security officer allow you to open your bag and take the object out. No one digs in your bag.
She was trying to get a medal.
Someone said maybe her party will find employment for her to take care of her and her children. I can't take small spaces. That's why I can't take jail. Yeah, whatever your reason is. Your reason could be whatever it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes you
It's
just
yours.
gotta, whatever your reason is, I need this job because I want to travel the end of the year. I need
and
this job because...
And because, you know, I don't know if you've noticed, like, the Joneser population is kind of high. I don't want to go and start my first day as a Joneser at 40.
Yeah.
So I need to keep being employed.
Someone said, I totally agree with you, Levin. Where was the supervisor?
Yeah, Alpha One on the ground. Would you just in the back having yourself a warm milk chocolate?
The lines are full. You got to go back. So, warm milk chocolate? Yeah. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Miss Brown, I think that you're a child of God. I don't know how do you deal with Levon. The girl with the security, there's too much attitudes on these jobs anyway.
Yeah.
But that is not the reason why I'm calling. I am calling to say that all of the government labs are closed. People
kind of
who
lab?
get requests to go to the lab, to go back to the doctor, all of the labs are closed almost 3 weeks now. So I would like to know what is being done about the lab, and all of the government labs are closed.
That sounds irregular. Hold on, caller. Let me ask you a question. Where are you seeing your physician?
Pardon me?
Where did you see the doctor?
I saw the doctor at the hospital.
At the hospital. I imagine this is some matter that the doctor is tending at hospital for you.
The doctor sent me to the lab, the government labs, to have my blood work done so I can come back to her and get the results as to what's happening in my body.
Are you registered with, the question I want to ask is, are you registered with NHI?
Pardon me?
Are you registered with NHI?
With any?
Are you registered with NHI?
Yes, I am registered.
So if you are registered with NHI, take that same thing your doctor give you, take it to your primary care physician, tell your primary care physician, because they can't deny seeing you, tell your primary care physician you need to come in for a checkup, and tell your primary care physician that you want to do an annual. When you get your annual, they have to give you a copy of it. When you get the copy of that, you take it to your doctor.
I had an NHI doctor, but the attitude of that NHI doctor was very bad.
So just
I
report that
went
doctor
back
to
the
NHI
clinic.
and we'll take them out of the pool. That's how that works. If you complain about your primary care physician, NHI will take them out of the pool and they'll go find somewhere else to make $100,000. So, but I'm saying to you, we don't want you to die. We want to make sure that you live. So you need the blood test. All you need to do is go to NHI. Christy Butler is over there doing a fantastic job. Tell
What's
them
the
you want
name?
to. Christy Butler. She won't get to talk to her. She's MD. But tell them that you want to change your physician. That takes about 14 days. I'm not saying to wait 14 days. I'm saying in the meantime, though, go back to whoever your primary care is. Tell them you want to do blood work because you feel a way. They will order blood work in a panel for you. And all of the things I suspect this doctor wants to know will be on that panel.
Okay, thank you very much, Levon.
All right, thank you.
Now you see why Sonny can't get rid of me?
Moving right along, Levon. Sometime I think you'll make a beautiful team, and sometime I just question. Just roll my eyes.
Well, you see
All right,
this?
thank
You
you.
know
Have a
something?
good one.
Only what you do for Grace around here this last.
Have a good one. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
On.
Hi.
Shani, I just had to call you and tell you I just be so proud of how you stand up to Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
And I disagree with your points. Girl, you're a strong woman. You keep the show positive.
Thank you.
Now, I'm not saying Mr. Miller is wrong, but I just like how you stand your ground.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Let's call her before you go. Call you there.
Leave
Oh,
that
she
woman
gone.
here. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
What happened, yeah? Apostolic and wearing off
Yeah,
it.
look at
Hey, caller.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You can hear me?
Yes, that
Oh,
sounds
this
like
is
a song.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Go on, be listening.
Yeah. What I wanted to know is that the talk shows have been requesting, not the talk show. The FNM has been requesting the resignation of Alcides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if they're requesting the resignation of Alcides, why is it that when they had Adrian Gibson in the House, they didn't request him to resign?
Because they are
Like I said,
duplicitous. They are like a rudderless
But
ship.
they're also going to say this is a different FNM. This is a
why is
different
it that he is a sitting member in the House, being in charge?
Yeah, never mind.
Alcides is not being in charge. So what is it that Michael Pinto had then said about him?
Mm-hmm. Because they are like a rudderless ship and they deserve opposition. They should
And
own
then
it.
another
They should
thing
hug
again, too,
opposition up.
Another thing again, too, they had Marvin Game to run as a candidate who was allegedly a part of that drug bust.
Well, he wasn't a
Right?
part of the drug bust.
So-
it was just the boat that was owned by his
he
wife.
his boat was used as a part of the drug bust.
Or at least,
right?
or his wife boat, somebody owned.
Or his wife's boat, or their boat, their boat. So therefore, how is it that Pinto didn't ask him to resign?
Again, because they are a rudderless ship. They are a band of misfits. They deserve opposition. Opposition fits them so well. And that
I
is
think
why
you
they
were
are where
quite
they
correct.
are.
In these comments, thank you so much.
Okay.
In these comments, y'all be nice, please. We're not calling people stupid. We're not talking about people's parents. We're not talking about people's children.
Someone said someone was stupid.
Yeah. Please stop. Okay? Be respectful. Everybody could disagree. And this is what I think the problem is.
It's like Auntie Sani.
No, this is what the problem is. You could disagree with someone without calling
Without
them
being
names,
disagreeable.
without being disrespectful. Me and Levin disagree all the time. I may have called him
Stupid ones.
stupid ones twice.
So don't do none of the things Sani do.
Right. Don't do what I do.
Yeah, do what I say.
Do what I say.
Thank you.
Stop it in these comments, please.
Yeah.
Stop it. It's
Not for
very
my
rude.
sake, for Christ's sake.
Stop it. Someone says it's a prime example of why our society is in such a poor state. People are delusional and can't be made to understand corrective behavior. Some people say,
I want them to tear the shit off this supervisor.
here's a suggestion to those who don't know the protocol for security screening for a diplomatic at any airport throughout the world. You will understand that what she did was not appropriate. She was not doing her job.
I tell you, I just watched a diplomat strip down almost barefoot in the airport the other day.
Happy birthday, Glenda, again.
And he waving diplomatic passport, and this girl ain't take the Q1. I'm not saying it's the same girl, but I'm talking about. And so I say again to the people responsible for training them, train,
better,
retrain, and then train again.
Fire that girl for nothing. If it was me, I was going to do the unthinkable. All right, yeah, okay, y'all listen.
Shanta, I think I got one for you. What this boy name?
James Roll.
James Roll. You go see Shanta. You tell her about all the things unthinkably that you want to do to the Prime Minister. We got something for you, James. Shanta,
I wish a big hurricane wipe out all of you wicked, evil souls. Just James. James, what we do?
No, James. You may need some Lexapro, James.
James, what we do?
Shanta might can't fix that.
I don't know.
We need to call Dr. Fox for him. Dr. Fox! Bring that prescription
One
pad.
girl on my old job gave a Bahamian singer a stink attitude and argued with him. Sani, the next day she was gone.
Yeah.
But sis say she feel like because she was an FNM and she was targeted, that's how she could feel.
She sounded like she was effing supplement. Well, I don't know.
Hey, caller. Say one hurricane wipe out the whole. Please deal with James. James trying to kill us.
Don't worry, we
sending.
sending. Don't worry, we flying. We flying the MiG fighter. We sending the MiG fighter for you right now, James. James, you shall exist no more.
James is not a role. He's a brown. James is a brown? Come on, man, James.
Oh, this your cousin?
Oh, no, this is a role. Let's say role.
Oh, that's gonna say.
Hi, caller.
Cousin.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sonny.
Hey.
Hey, Levon.
Hey, buddy.
James sound like he pregnant.
Y'all better stop
Listen to me.
James does wish hurricane on us.
He sound like he pregnant. He sound like he need to go see Dr. Fox for true. But let me just say happy birthday to the speaker. Somewhat have already said it,
Yes.
but let me say it again. But listen to me. Let me tell you this quickly, Levon. Me and my cousin them being away. My cousin doing fool in the road. The police grab him and slap him. I come from the Bahamas doing fool. Right now come to Florida driver's sense. So he come around and slap my next cousin who's in the front.
Yeah.
My cousin said, but I wasn't driving. Why you slap me? See, I know y'all go. The minute y'all pull off,
Yeah.
you can say, boy, if that was me, you slap.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I would have do.
But you don't do it right then and there.
So the man slapped the two of them one time.
Mm-hmm.
But listen to me. This thing here now they talking about, this lady at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
What you think would have happened to, God forbid, the F&M had won? What type of promotion you think she's going to get?
Is there security number one?
So you suffer the consequences for the good with the bad. You know the F&M, after she done played that back for them, see what I do to him? You know they can give her a little promotion. So now you get what you deserve. Nothing.
I really didn't want the young lady to get laid off.
Why not for that attitude? I've traveled with members of parliament before. I've traveled with diplomats. And I've never saw none of them.
Yeah.
They even do check me.
I like
once I along with them.
I
once
like
he
to
say,
travel with
him
real
and him with me.
diplomats, though. You know? 'Cause
Everybody was walk through.
Someone say Ingram would have fired her on the spot.
Appreciate you, Secretary
Thank
General.
you. Yeah,
I
Secretary.
like when I travel
Alrighty.
with like the real diplomats. Like I like when I go with the people who just get the passport, right? Because you know there's diplomats and then there's like diplomatic people, right? I like to travel with the latter. Them said who start waving the passport as we come down the escalator. I won't go with them. They annoy me. They deserve a little searching.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
I wish
I'm
when
not
they
dealing
drive,
with you
they
right
lost
now.
their passport under the chair and they run
Good
out to
afternoon,
Councilman Brown.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Well, I'm gonna let you know. I sent you a message, right? You know you're talking to the 818.
This
818. What happened?
This white van man. Hey, white van man.
I have locks. I have plenty locks, and I like my hair to be nice and clean like yours.
Yeah.
Every day you come on the show.
Yeah.
So I got to do mine every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, you to the
But
hairdresser.
I had a late running because my friend going off the regatta on the weekend.
Yeah. Sometimes you get this 818, this could be 919.
But I can make it out, Joe. I can
Yeah.
just think, yeah, money for you, and you buy what you want to buy tomorrow.
No problem, Uncle.
All right,
You don't use like bringing out. You don't use like bringing all the kilo for you. I can bring the money for you.
It got to be enough to buy the tequila now.
Of course.
No, it
Along
can
with
be
the
more than enough to buy the
$60,000.
kilo.
This is enough to buy property
you
in West.
might be able to buy one little buggy and all.
Oh,
Or
jeez.
I'll put down to the one that you got.
Yeah, leave it with my name in the envelope downstairs with the receptionist.
And then park the white van right on top of the
Don't go
hill.
like that. I put that in your hand.
Oh, in my hand. All right,
Yeah,
I can see you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
All righty.
Okay. Yes.
Every day we slip further away from God's grace.
If I get kidnapped, I just get
Lord, I
kidnapped.
know you're a little busy with the war going on right now, but if you get a little chance, Jesus, come take a look at this here. I have to put up with.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show. Hi, caller. You there?
Rastafari say he going to go tighten up the locks for
Yeah,
you.
you want to get your hair done.
Before you all can mess around.
Someone says she was going to become chief of the bag searchers.
Yeah.
Someone said all this man doing is making promises to son. Let me get my little promise, man.
Yeah.
Could I get my little promise? Me and Castro going downstairs together.
Yeah. I tell you, by the time you get this 818, that could be 919. You didn't get
Someone say if the F&M had won, she would have been searching.
Who knows? She might have been on the Prime Minister's detail.
She would have been searching the few and not worked for you.
No, she might have. If that kind of listen, if she got that kind of security acumen, she would have been on the Prime Minister's detail. I tell you, you don't want to see her clearing a room before he reach.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Hey.
It's a pleasure. It's Miss Brown, Mr. Miller.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have to listen to us. Turn your radio down.
Okay.
Yeah. You causing this man overheat.
You can hear us. Talk to us. What's up?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you quite well.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that you're doing a wonderful job.
Yes.
I've been a keen listener for
Yeah.
quite some time now.
Yes.
But in regards to what happened, I feel as though
Listen in the collar.
that have to be that can't be. I mean, no disrespect to other nationalities, but I believe that's a foreigner.
No, she Bahamian.
I believe she's a something. I can't say that one on TV.
Because in no way you see a bold diplomat and you could display that kind of conduct.
Caller, you ever been to Bimini? You ever been to Bimini? He gone?
Hello?
You ever been to Bimini? Have you ever been to Bimini?
Probably some years back, but not for a long time.
When you walk in Bimini, Bimini's airport is only an enter and a right turn. When you walk in the door, you could almost touch the wall with Brave picture on it. It ain't no way to mess that up.
Thank
you. But that's in everywhere. I mean, that is.
I know. All right.
Whatever that caller was sipping on, I want a few.
You might only could take one.
I want a few.
You ever, look, it's like if you go, I think in Luther's airport, you don't see the prime minister and picture till you get like through the little thing.
Yeah.
And Bimini,
you don't need to see the picture. Everybody know what Brave look like.
No, but you could say you don't know.
She never said she didn't know.
Hi, caller.
Hey, Mr. Miller and Sonny.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, Levin, take a break so you could hear.
Well, I ain't even talking.
No, even when you look up from your phone.
Go.
Pay attention.
Castro can get up. Castro can get up.
Cop, Mom.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, we waiting on you.
Okay. I think that Levin was right when he said that supervisor should get her shirt tear off too.
Yeah.
The employee out of order. I don't think that certain people, I don't care what your position is, there are certain people that just don't deal with protocols. Maybe she should have been in the back. Her supervisor should have been somewhere nearby because they know who they had coming through the airport at that time. And so I think supervisors should carry some of this punishment too.
Yeah, her back should be scotchy.
Kevin Eek said grade 2 security is the supervisor.
Point.
So there is no she is the supervisor.
Hospital and the lab business. Okay, if you have already done your physical for the year, only one physical you can do with NHI.
Right. But you shouldn't need more than one.
If you go back to the doctor for some reason, you cannot go back to NHI to say, well, I need some blood work or something. That's only once
Okay. All
for the
right.
year. And so right now, I can speak to this because I have been going to the hospital, to the clinic, South Beach Clinic,
Yes.
for the past 5 days.
Okay.
And I had been given a requisition for lab works. I went back 5 different days up to yesterday morning, and I was told that none of the government labs are in operation at this time.
Wow.
So I don't know what the issue is. It's just like you show up every day, and it's like, no labs yet.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
So there's something going on that needs to be checked.
Dr. Michael Davel.
All right.
The people them say they need a little lab.
People in the comments saying that she was the supervisor.
Well, we needed to call the supervisor.
She is the supervisor. I would think after 10 years she would have been.
Well, now we know why she get a straight tear off.
And also, friend who called, nobody in the comments believe I ever get in this tequila. They say every day is tomorrow.
He coming from far. Plus, he going to fix it here for you.
They say every day is tomorrow. They say he's selling me a dream. Let me buy this dream, man.
Sonny, I trying to save you from a white one. You're gonna end up in the back of one.
You just don't want me to have anything good in life. That's how you
or
are.
to be in the back of a one. I could look at you, see you're not gonna make it in the back there. Ain't gonna be no window. The air conditioning can't go in the back there. How you gonna make it?
I could be all right. You know, air conditioning going on now with BPL doing what they doing.
Oh boy.
BPL has taught me how to survive the heat.
Commissioner,
I could be okay.
she had on a white. What's kind of material is this?
Now someone saying she was not the supervisor. Child, I know. They rowing in the comments. I don't know. I don't know what she was. I know now.
I know what she
nothing.
is. She whom?
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, someone will give her a job.
And I like
thought
the
it
people of Bimini. So people of Bimini, when I come back, y'all don't kill me, but you know, that's what I want to say.
I mean, it's
The man picture on the wall.
It's unfortunate that that was a lesson that she had to learn the way that she learned it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I had to.
Something? In this moment, I want to give her a word of encouragement.
Okay, that's nice of you. Go ahead.
Dear Grade 2 security officer, if at first you don't succeed, suck it some more because seeds are definitely in it.
I just hope that she learned her lesson. That's all. It's a very expensive lesson. I'm not sure. Nobody knows exactly what happened. I mean, we just keep hearing a bunch of different sides to the story.
Yeah.
But I think it just points to customer service on the whole. And, you know, like I said, when you don't work for yourself, you have to be able to suck things up and be
The
professional.
CIA could recruit her.
What?
They guarantee nothing will get past her. She sounds like she's top flight. This is some top tier policing.
They say all he dangling this tequila and money at you, Sonny. That's all he's doing. That's all he's
Madam
doing.
Commissioner, she was wearing a white shirt with black
No, it could be
traces.
tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Oh.
I could put on
What you plan to
green.
wear
Y'all
tomorrow
say y'all
so I
like
could-
me in green, right?
Tell me what you plan to wear so I can
So I
cue
should
the
put on
Commissioner.
green tomorrow.
Commissioner, I told her she plans to wear green. You got one like green shoes too?
Say, Sonny, make sure the tequila in lace. Come on, man.
Oh, boy.
I can let Castro taste it first.
Yeah.
And I can watch a little while. And if Castro survive, then I can take
You think she thought, child, I used to come and wake up and take it with me. I put him in
It is very difficult to fire a government worker, so that should tell you something. It's hard to fire for someone who's permanent and
Not when you
pensionable.
mess with the chief.
And it's hard. I've never seen a union
Yeah.
not stand behind someone.
Yeah.
I've seen people wrong, and the union
you know
still
my
stand
grandmother
behind
say?
them.
My grandmother say, brave cut her short as twice one is two.
Sonny, they what? They hurting you on you, you're a real person? 818, don't forget.
All right.
Me and Castro, we gonna share that.
The jingle.
You don't get none. So jingle, sorry.
I know, that's why I missed the wine too.
We can see y'all tomorrow. Bye.